Gabriel says, "Your soulmate's forgotten message is here. Don't miss it." Archangel Michael says, "Your blessing has arrived. Heaven is commanding you not to skip. My child, my beloved, listen closely, because heaven has opened a door for you that was locked for years, and now you can finally hold it. You saw this message, my child, because your soul asked for it before your eyes did. In your name, something holy has been set free." You can see both Archangel Michael and Archangel Michael standing next to you. They want you to open what heaven has been hiding for a while. Before I tell you what is written for you, my beloved, I kindly ask that you subscribe right now if you want heaven's protection, blessings, and guidance to stay with you every day. Now, before we go any further, I want you to do something powerful. Tell heaven that you are ready to receive what your soul has been waiting for on this day. Type one word, Amen, in the comments below, not just as a normal thing to do, but as a promise to God. As you write it, feel your spirit open up, and the gates of heaven open up because of your faith. In this simple way, you are telling the universe that you are ready to receive this blessing, because people who have faith see miracles every day, and people who stay connected get messages right when they need them. My child, don't wait. The next message could come at the exact time that your fate changes. Archangel Michael stands behind you with a sword of blazing light, saying, "Your blessing has finally arrived. Heaven commands you not to skip." My child, do you feel that? That sudden pull in your chest? That is not coincidence. That is divine timing. My beloved Archangel Michael is leaning toward you right now, whispering, "Your soulmate's forgotten message has resurfaced. My beloved heaven has been waiting for you to be still enough, open enough, and ready enough to hear what was meant for your spirit. You are being guided here because something in your life is about to change, and this message is the first indication of that change." Archangel Michael reveals that this message was your soulmate's prayer for you. A prayer they whispered long before they even knew your face. Pay close attention to this moment, my beloved, because heaven doesn't talk twice when things need to be done right away. My child, Archangel Michael, is putting his hand on your shoulder right now and saying, "You have suffered enough." No one knows that you have been carrying heavy feelings, silent heartbreaks, and quiet disappointments. But God saw it. Heaven saw every tear you wiped by yourself, and heaven has decided that pain will not follow you into the next part of your life. My beloved, you are now entering the time of year when everything you thought was hidden will come out. My child, the truth, the love, the blessing, and the message are all coming your way. Pages of golden light are shown to me by Archangel Michael, and there is something written about you on one of those pages. A name, a place, a link that wouldn't break even when life tried to separate it. This message was written by your soulmate with a shaking heart, because they hoped it would reach you sometime like this. My beloved, this is why you shouldn't skip. All of heaven sighs when you skip a moment, not because they are mad at you, but because they are afraid you will miss what was meant for you. If we have never met, why does this message feel like it is from me to you? Because it is about them, because it was made just for your soul in heaven, because your guardian angels have been watching you go through bad times you didn't deserve. Now they are making a path that is so clear that it will get rid of any doubts you have. Someone in heaven has called your name, my beloved, someone you cared about. There was someone who always prayed for you to find love, peace, and safety. Archangel Michael brings those prayers to you today like a river of soft light. Archangel Michael raises his sword and says, "A blessing has already arrived. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. but only if you let what heaven is trying to give you into your heart. My beloved, miracles don't walk through closed doors, and blessings cannot come into rooms where fear is louder than faith. So today, my child, heaven wants you to open the door, because what comes in will shake your life in ways you never thought possible, ways you prayed for quietly. This message was written at the exact moment your heart broke, and it was sealed with heaven's promise that you would one day understand why everything happened the way it did. My child, my beloved, take a deep breath and get closer, because what I am about to reveal in this next section is something heaven has been waiting years to give you. Archangel Michael stands in front of you, now holding a scroll made of pure light. My beloved, you are not here by accident. Every second of your life, every delay, every heartbreak, and every unanswered prayer has been paving the way for this divine opening you are walking into right now. My child, listen to Archangel Michael. His voice is firm, protective, and powerful. My child, he says, you have been carrying someone else's mistakes on your shoulders. You have blamed yourself for things you never caused. Heaven saw the nights when you questioned your worth, thinking you weren't enough. But today I tell you, you were always more than enough. The wrong people just didn't see heaven's fire in you. Do you feel that warmth rising in your chest? That is your spirit recognizing the truth, beloved. Something in your life ended too quickly. A conversation, a relationship, or a connection that ended before it could be closed. You tried to figure out what their silence meant and why God let someone you love go. But Archangel Michael, God assures you, your soulmate never forgot you. They thought about you all the time. Their message wasn't lost. It was just put off. You were led here, my child, so you could hear what your spirit has been waiting for. My beloved Archangel Michael picks up the book of your destiny and puts it down in front of you. As the pages turn in a soft glow, he says, your blessing was never lost. It was just ready for the right time, as soon as your heart was ready to accept it. That time is now, my child. My child, he tells you, you have been taking the blame for someone else's mistakes. You have blamed yourself for things you didn't do. Heaven saw the nights when you didn't think you were good enough and wondered if you were worth anything. I am telling you now that you were always enough. The wrong people just couldn't see the fire of heaven in you. Do you feel that warmth rising in your chest, beloved? In that moment, your spirit knows the truth. Something in your life, my beloved, ended too quickly. An exchange, a connection, or a conversation that ended before it could end. You tried to figure out what their silence meant. You didn't understand why God let someone you care about drift away. Your soulmate never forgot you. They never stopped thinking about you. Their message was never erased, only delayed, says Archangel Michael. Dear child, you were led here so that you could hear what your spirit has been waiting for. Archangel Michael takes out a book, which is your destiny, and puts it in front of you, my beloved. Your blessing was never lost. It was just waiting for the right time. The moment your heart was strong enough to receive it, my child, that moment is now. The pages turned on their own. My beloved, heaven is shifting things around you right now. A blessing you thought was impossible is already moving toward you. Even now, someone is thinking of you, drawn to you, guided toward you by a divine pull they cannot explain. Archangel Michael says, this person carries a truth they are scared to confess. But they will, because heaven is urging them. My child, something huge is preparing to enter your life, something you prayed for with tears, something you longed for, even when hope felt thin. Archangel Michael says, do not skip this. because skipping means walking away from what God is trying to give you. My beloved, you were chosen for this message because your destiny is about to turn sharply in a way you cannot see yet, but will feel very soon. This is the moment where you shift from waiting to receiving. Heaven needs to hear your voice. Acknowledge what is moving toward you. In the comments, I want you to write these 4 words with conviction. I receive my blessing, not I hope to receive, not maybe someday, but I receive my blessing right now. In this moment, let heaven hear your certainty. Let the angels witness your faith. Write it boldly. I never wanted to lose you. I never wanted to stay away. That person walks toward you with a trembling heart, just like yours. They carry a message written in silence. I never wanted to lose you. I never wanted to stay away. My beloved, your soulmate's forgotten message is more than just words. It is a truth soaked in longing that is waiting to reach you. And heaven has set everything up so that this truth reaches you now, not later, my child. Archangel Michael leans forward and whispers, "You are about to be blessed in a way that everyone will notice." It is not a small or temporary blessing. It is a blessing that changes everything about your life. This message feels like it is talking directly to your soul, and that is because it is heaven, writes differently for certain people. My child, you are entering a chapter where old pain will fade away like smoke, where clarity will replace confusion, where love will replace loneliness, and where blessings will replace battles. Please keep reading, my beloved, because this message is not over yet. Heaven is still talking to you, my child, my beloved. Stay here with me because heaven is opening a door that has been closed to you since the day your soul first broke with disappointment. My beloved, Archangel Michael stands next to you with wings that are shaking. He is holding something in his hands that looks like a soft, glowing memory of a moment that your soulmate keeps playing over and over in their mind, even if they act like they have moved on. Archangel Michael says, "This moment was never forgotten. It was kept safe. And now it is coming back to you, my child. Pay close attention." Most people look away at this point, but you have been picked to hear what comes next. Now, my beloved Archangel Michael will move behind you. His presence is heavy, warm, and safe. He puts his hand on your back and lifts it. Right away, your spirit feels lighter. Like a weight you didn't understand is finally lifted. Archangel Michael whispers, "My child, you have carried the weight of unanswered questions. You asked why someone left when they said they wouldn't. You asked why love stopped talking to you. You asked why life put you through tests when all you wanted was peace. Today, heaven answers. Nothing was taken from you, only delayed for a higher purpose. My beloved, this is where your blessing begins. My child, Archangel Michael shows me your heart, which is tired and bruised, but still beating with hope. Before he tells us something amazing, he says, this heart deserves truth. This heart deserves love. This heart deserves the message that was meant for it. Someone from the spirit world wrote something to you. A message that was sent with love, pain, regret, and longing. My beloved, I have a message just for you. Heaven has finally decided that the time has come for you to receive what has been on your heart. The message starts like this, my child. I am sorry. I didn't mean to lose you. I had no plans to leave. I never meant for silence to take away everything we had. I think about you more than I tell you. I feel you more than I show. I think about what might have happened if I had stayed every day. Do you feel these words in your spirit, my beloved? Because they were written for you a long time before you got here. Archangel Michael tells my child, your soulmate didn't forget about you. They forgot about themselves. They got lost in fear, confusion, and mistakes they didn't know how to fix. They walked away not because they didn't care, but because they didn't know how to deal with how deeply they felt. My beloved, heaven is now showing me something stronger. Your paths are going around and around. Your forces are coming back together. Your link is getting stronger. Archangel Michael speaks once more, and his voice sounds like love wrapped in thunder. My child, the good thing you prayed for is almost here. It is almost as close as your breath, and heaven will put what was promised a long time ago in your heart as soon as you open it. My beloved, you must get this. Being alone wasn't a punishment for you. You didn't waste time waiting. No one looked away from your tears. Heaven was making you strong enough to hold this huge blessing. My child, I can see that someone is thinking about you a lot right now, but I don't know why. It makes their soul feel restless. Their heart doesn't feel whole. They feel like something is missing when you are not there. This person is meant to return, says Archangel Michael. My child, your blessing has arrived, and no darkness, no delay, no fear can stop it now. But you must keep reading. You must stay open, because what heaven is sending next will prepare your heart. My beloved, I see something very strange. A divine alignment is coming together around you. Your soulmate spirit is restless because they can feel you growing into the person that heaven always wanted you to be. Connections are shifting, energies are returning, and paths are coming together. The version that doesn't hurt as much as the old one. I want you to know that something old and holy inside you is awakening. It is something you lost along the way but never really forgot. And the next part, the next surprise. You are my child and my beloved. As you move into the next part, I want you to feel the change around you. Your spirit is not making this warmth, pull, and sudden surge of energy up. In this moment, heaven is getting you ready for a long hidden truth. Archangel Michael, my beloved, is getting closer and is almost shaking with urgency. He speaks in a whisper. The next few words might make you remember a part of your heart that you had closed off a long time ago. But don't be scared of it through this message. My child, heaven is healing you. He pulls out the scroll again, but this time it shines brighter. Like more truth is being shown. Then Archangel Michael says, "This is the part your soulmate prayed would one day reach you." Listen, my beloved, the message keeps going. I could feel your absence before I knew what it was. Before I knew what it meant, I could feel your silence. Even though I said I didn't care, I felt terrible about losing you. To be honest, I cared more than I could say, my child. Do these words strike a chord in your heart, since they came from a soul that has been calling your name in the dark? My beloved, Archangel Michael comes forward again, his wings spread out, casting a shield of fire around you. He tells his child, you were never the problem. My beloved, you were the gift they weren't ready for. In your mind, read that again. That truth is coming back into your life now, that you are ready to receive it because you were the blessing. Archangel Michael, my child, shows me something strong. There were times when your soulmate picked up the phone to text you, but stopped. There were times when they talked over conversations again to try to figure out what went wrong. There were times when they smiled at the memory of you, but felt pain right away because they didn't know if they could ever come back. My beloved, their heart has been arguing with itself, and now heaven has made up its mind. The fight is over now. Now the truth comes out, my child. The message gets stronger. It was you that I didn't know how to love right. I tried to keep you safe from my own pain. My beloved, I thought leaving you would save you. But it only broke me. God doesn't let things that are meant to last forever stay broken. So Archangel Michael's voice shakes the air as he says, "You were not abandoned. You were not forgotten. You were protected. You need to understand something holy, my child. God didn't let this person stay in your life until they were better, when the relationship would have hurt you. God didn't let it go on. God put an end to your story, but not to end it. He did it to get you both ready. What the angels are telling you is more, my beloved. Your soulmate has been having dreams, seeing signs, and remembering things about you that are more painful than they thought they would be. Your name keeps coming back to them when there is silence." As the message gets more personal, Archangel Michael says, "This is not a coincidence. This is divine awakening, my child. I need to tell you something I never had the guts to say. I never stopped loving you. I just didn't know how to love you the way you deserved. My beloved," as these words are spoken, I see something shifting in the spiritual world. I see a cord reconnecting, a distance closing, and a bond rekindling. Archangel Michael puts his hand on your heart and says, "My child, the blessing that is connected to your destiny is already on its way. You need to read more. You must stay open because heaven is still talking to you, my beloved." The next part tells you why you were chosen to hear this message today, on this breath, at this time in your life. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus's plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. My child, my beloved, as you continue reading, I want you to notice something quietly happening inside you. Do you feel that slight trembling in your soul, that gentle pull behind your ribs, that soft ache that feels like remembrance? That is because heaven is touching a place within you that has been silent for too long. My beloved, Archangel Michael moves closer, his wings folding behind him as if he is kneeling near your spirit. His voice softens, nearly breaking with emotion as he says, "My child, this is the part of the message your heart has been unknowingly waiting for." My beloved, he unrolls the scroll further, and the golden letters glow brighter as if this truth was pressed by the hand of God himself. Right now, before this truth fully unfolds, I invite you to seal this moment with heaven. Type Amen in the comments and mean it with everything inside you. Let this be the moment heaven marks as the turning point in your story. Every Amen you write is a stone of faith being placed in your spiritual foundation. Do not hold back. Let heaven hear your yes. I didn't leave because I didn't love you. The message says next, I left because I didn't know how to handle how I felt. You were too real, too pure, too strong, and too close to the truth I was trying to hide. You saw parts of me I was scared to show. Let these words sink in, my child, because heaven is showing you the truth behind every question that used to keep you up at night. My beloved, Archangel Michael steps forward again. His wings spread wide, surrounding you in a shield of divine fire. He tells you, my child, that the pain you felt wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Heaven was getting you ready to receive what you were wrongly given. My beloved, that pain you lived through, that silence you lived through, that loneliness you carried like a hidden wound, none of it was for nothing. I see you trying to be strong, even though your heart felt like it was about to break. I see you pretending to move on, even though you felt like someone was pulling your soul backwards. I see you waiting for clarity that never came, and Archangel Michael whispers, "Clarity comes now." Oh, my child, the message gets even stronger. I told myself I was okay without you. I tried to hide how I felt, tried to take my mind off of things. But whenever there was peace, my beloved, I could feel you. Does your spirit know what these words mean, since they were written just for you before you got here? My child, Archangel Michael says, your soulmate didn't forget about you. They forgot about themselves. They walked away not because they didn't care, but because they didn't know how to deal with how deeply they felt. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, heaven is showing me something stronger now. Your paths are circling back. Your energies are being drawn together again. Your connection is waking up. Archangel Michael speaks again, his voice like thunder wrapped in love. My child, the blessing you prayed for is not far. It is closer than your own breath, and the moment you open your heart, heaven will put what was promised a long time ago. My beloved, you must understand this. Your loneliness was not a punishment. Your waiting was not wasted. Your tears were not ignored. Heaven was making you into someone who could hold a blessing this big. My child, I can see someone thinking about you over and over again, but they don't know why. Their soul is restless, and their heart is missing something. They feel your absence like a missing piece that they cannot explain. Archangel Michael says, this person is meant to return. They should talk. My beloved, the message continues, I tried to forget you and move on, but my heart pulls me back every time. You are the peace I didn't know I needed. You were the truth I wasn't ready to accept. My child, heaven is bringing this truth to your doorstep now, not tomorrow, not someday. Archangel Michael raises his sword of fire and says, your blessing has arrived. Your life will change completely, but you must keep reading. What comes next will prepare you for what heaven is sending, my beloved. Be still. Please pay close attention to these words, because what I am about to say is important and has been kept secret for years by heaven. This is where the veil between your life and heaven thins and truth starts to come out. My beloved, Archangel Michael steps forward again, his eyes shining with a light that only shows up when a divine truth is too important to delay. He holds your soulmate's message against his chest, as if protecting it from all the things that tried to keep it from you, like storms, doubts, distance, and fear. Nothing could erase or silence it, because it was written by the part of the soul that never lies. It is like a forgotten warmth is rising in your heart. My beloved, that is your spirit remembering. My child, pay close attention, because what Archangel Michael says next will cut through all the confusion that has been living inside you. Archangel Michael steps up to you and says, you have always been the blessing in someone's life, but you never believed it. It was pure, deep, and innocent love that you gave, but someone left without realizing how valuable what they had was. Heaven shows me that this person never found peace after losing you, my beloved. As soon as they felt the emptiness, they didn't say anything because they were too proud or confused. They tried to find someone to fill your spot, but nothing worked. And Archangel Michael shows me times when they looked for other people besides you, but their heart turned down every possibility. That is why heaven says their message had to reach you now, not before or after, because the season of silence is over. My beloved, the forgotten message goes on. I thought you were strong. I thought you didn't need me. I thought you were moving on, but I was wrong. I was afraid to tell you the truth. Losing you broke something inside me too. Does this make you feel anything? Because heaven is touching a place where pain has been living in peace for far too long. My beloved Archangel Michael shows me another scene. You were alone with your thoughts, wondering if they remembered you, if they felt bad about anything, or if you were just a moment in their life. Archangel Michael tells you you were not a moment. You made a difference. My child, this is the truth. They felt something in their heart wake up after being asleep for years. You reminded them of what it was like to care about someone without any tricks or masks. You were the peace they didn't know how to hold, and the softness they didn't expect. There is more to the message, my beloved. I wanted to come back sooner and tell you everything, but I didn't know how to face you after all the times I let you down. I didn't know if you would trust me again or if I deserved another chance. My child, heaven wants you to understand something. Their silence wasn't rejection, and their distance wasn't lack of love. It was fear, confusion, and wounds they carried around with them before you came into their lives. Yes, my beloved. Archangel Michael comes forward again and stands his sword straight up in the ground. This means that something has been settled in the spiritual world for your benefit. He tells you, my child, your blessing has arrived, and no darkness, delay, or fear can stop it now. But you need to read more. My beloved, I see something amazing. A divine alignment is forming around you. Connections are shifting, energies are returning, and paths are merging. Your soulmate spirit is restless because they can feel you rising into the version of yourself that heaven always wanted you to be. The version that doesn't carry old pain. My child, something ancient and divine is awakening inside you. Something you lost along the way but never fully forgot. And the next part, the next revelation. My beloved child, as you move on to the next part, I want you to feel the shift around you. This warmth, pull, and sudden rise in energy is not your mind making it up. It is heaven getting you ready for a truth that has been hidden for a long time. Archangel Michael stands closer and whispers softly. The next words may open a part of your heart you closed a long time ago. But don't be scared of it. When you subscribe, you are not just following a channel. You are telling heaven, I want to stay connected to every message, every blessing, every channel God has for me. I ran away from the truth because you were too real, too pure, too strong, and too close to it. You saw parts of me I was afraid to face, and you loved parts of me I didn't know how to accept. My child, let these words sink into your spirit, because heaven is showing you the truth behind every unanswered question that used to keep you up at night. My beloved Archangel Michael steps forward again, his wings spread wide, surrounding you in a shield of divine fire. My child, he says, the pain you felt wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Heaven was getting you ready to take on what you were given in the wrong way. My beloved, that pain you lived through, that silence you lived through, and the loneliness you carried like a hidden wound, none of it was wasted. I see you trying to be strong, even though your heart felt like it was about to break. I see you pretending to move on, even though you felt like someone was pulling your soul backwards. I see you waiting for clarity that never came, and Archangel Michael whispers, clarity comes now. Oh, my child, the message gets even stronger. I told myself I was okay without you. I tried to hide how I felt, tried to take my mind off of things, but life got quiet every time. I could feel you. You were always in my mind, like a light I couldn't turn off. My beloved, do you feel that? What was that sudden weight in your heart? That is where truth now lives, where confusion used to be. My child, Archangel Michael's voice thunders softly as he speaks. You were the answer they couldn't understand. You were the blessing they weren't ready to receive. Now they are awakening. Now their heart is remembering. Now destiny is moving again. My beloved, something sacred is happening. A cycle that once felt stuck is reopening. A bond that once felt broken is breathing again. A message that once felt lost is now rising. Archangel Michael continues. They wanted to reach out, speak, and come closer, but they were afraid of what you would say. They were afraid of hurting you again. They were afraid of facing themselves. My child, heaven asks you to understand this. Their fear was never about you. It was about their own wounds, their own past, and their shadows. My beloved, Archangel Michael raises his sword of light, and the flames reflect on the pages of fate. He tells my child, heaven is not bringing this person back into your life the way they were. Heaven is giving them back to you the way you asked, healed, woken up, and changed. There is more, my beloved. Something that Archangel Michael didn't want to tell you, but heaven now says you have to. The return of your soulmate is not a coincidence. The awakening of your soulmate is not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence that your soulmate's message is coming back to you now. Someone you know needs to hear this message right now, according to heaven. One person in your life is waiting for a big step forward, confirmation, or hope. Share this video, and you will become a vessel of blessing. You become the one who brings breakthrough to another soul. When you click share, the mood changes. Not only does this word bless you, but it also blesses everyone you send it to. Share this right now. You can share it with a friend, put it on your story, or add it to a group. As you share, expect your own breakthroughs to happen faster. What you let go of for other people, heaven lets go of for you. What does Archangel Michael say today was picked just for you to read this, because the next part of your life starts as soon as your heart understands the truth behind the silence. My beloved, the next part is where things start to change. Destiny, love, clarity, and blessing all come together. At this moment, this part has the depth your soul has been craving. My child, my beloved, come even closer now. The kind of truth that your heart has felt, but never seen, put into words. Heaven is moving through these words as you read them. It guides every breath, feeling, and emotion that comes up in you. Archangel Michael stands still for a moment and looks straight into your spirit. My beloved, you are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go through the link in the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. The look on his face is not soft now. He seems serious and almost in a hurry, as if he knows that what he is about to say will change your fate in a very deep way. He says in a low voice, "My child, what you are about to hear is not meant for everyone. Only people whose hearts have been through fire and still choose love should read it." Then he opens up the next part of the scroll. I need you to be a part of your own miracle before this last layer of truth is revealed. Write, "My heart is open," in the comments. It is not just words on a screen, it is a spiritual statement. You are telling heaven, "I am ready. I am taking notes. I am getting." Type it now and feel the change as you do so. I didn't understand my feelings back then, the message says next. What you gave me was hard for me to hold. I didn't know what to do when someone could see me so well. But losing you made me see the truth that I didn't want to see. That losing you was the last thing my soul was meant to do. Oh child, that truth hits you in a new way, doesn't it? Heaven shows me that your heart is reacting, not with shock, but with recognition, because you have always known it. You knew in your heart that you were loved, but you were never told. My beloved Archangel Michael comes closer, and his wings cover you like a shield of light and warmth. He tells her, "My child, you were not replaced. We didn't forget about you. You were not forgotten. No one can erase the mark your soul made. My beloved, this is what heaven is stressing. You were not someone's short-term chapter. You were what changed them. You were their wake-up call. You were a reflection of them." I see flashes from Archangel Michael. Sometimes your soulmate stopped in the middle of the day because they couldn't handle remembering you too much. Times when they heard a song and knew you were there. Moments where they whispered your name in their mind without meaning to. He also says that they tried to forget about you, but heaven wouldn't let them. My child, the message gets even more dangerous. No one else ever got the parts of me I kept hidden from everyone else. You saw my worries. You saw how hurt I was. You saw how crazy I was. You didn't run. You stayed. I was scared because no one had ever done that before. Feel how your spirit softens as you read that, my beloved. That is because heaven is finally giving you the closure, clarity, and truth you have been waiting for a long time. Archangel Michael speaks again, this time with confidence. You were easy for me to love, my child. It was easy to love you. It was hard for them to face themselves. This next part, my beloved, is something that heaven has kept secret until now. Archangel Michael tells you that they never meant to leave you. Their spirit was linked to yours. Every day their heart was drawn back to you. Something bad did happen, though, and they never told you about it. This is why you kept quiet, my child. It was like a wound. The message keeps going. You didn't know about some things that were going on in my life, things I didn't fully grasp. I wasn't able to love you the way you ought to be loved. I wasn't stable. I wasn't better. I wasn't ready. I hid parts of myself when I lost you, but now I have to face them. Heaven is showing you, my beloved, that this time apart was not rejection. It was turning around. Now Archangel Michael's voice gets softer. You saw my worries. You saw how hurt I was. You saw how crazy I was. You didn't run. You stayed. I was scared because no one had ever done that before. My beloved, feel how reading that makes you feel better, because heaven is finally giving you the ending clarity and truth that you have been waiting for a long time. Archangel Michael speaks again, this time with confidence. You were easy for me to love, my child. It was easy to love you. It was hard for them to face themselves. This next part, my beloved, is something that heaven has kept secret until now. Archangel Michael explains. They had no plans to leave you. Their spirit was linked to yours. Every day, their heart was drawn back to you. Something bad did happen, though, and they never told you about it. This is why you kept quiet, my child. It was like a wound. The message keeps going. You didn't know about some things that were going on in my life, things I didn't fully grasp. I wasn't able to love you the way you ought to be loved. I wasn't stable. I wasn't better. I wasn't ready. I hid parts of myself when I lost you, but now I have to face them. Heaven is showing you, my beloved, that this time apart was not rejection. It was turning around now. Archangel Michael's voice gets softer. You had to let your heart grow, my child. Their heart had to get better. Your paths had to split up so that your fates could meet at the right time, not the wrong time. This is why my beloved Heaven sent you here today, not yesterday or months ago, because there is a change happening in the spiritual world. There is a coming together of some kind. Something is coming back, not broken, but made new. As he speaks, Archangel Michael's voice gets softer. In some ways, they are being led, pulled, or awakened back to you. The promise they made to your soul is still fresh in their minds. Take a deep breath, my child, my beloved. This part is not just a message, that is why it is a change in your fate. Heaven has been waiting a very long time for you to get to this point where your heart is ready. My beloved Archangel Michael is standing in front of you again, but this time there is something different about his face. It has a mix of softness and gravity, as if he is carrying a truth that your soul needs to hear before anything else can move. He says in a whisper, "My child, Heaven never picks a random moment, and now is the time you chose. My beloved, the scroll shines brighter and is almost shaking in his hands. The next lines come out of nowhere, as if Heaven were reading them to you. You were the calm I didn't know how to trust." The message says next, "You gave me peace when I didn't think I deserved it. You were the light that showed me the parts of myself I was afraid to show. While I loved you, it was like looking into a mirror that showed me the whole truth about myself. It was too clear for me to see myself that way. It hurts in your chest right now because your spirit knows the truth you were never told." My beloved Archangel Michael comes up behind you and puts a hand of fire and protection on your back. His voice is harsh but loving. He tells me, "My child, you went through a time of heartbreak that Heaven never meant to destroy you. It was meant to make what you were born to hold stronger. My beloved Heaven wants you to know something very important. Your love wasn't a mistake. The way you felt wasn't silly. It wasn't weak of you to be attached. Your hope did not go to waste." Archangel Michael shows me what happened to your soulmate. Emotional storms, inner battles, sleepless nights, and questions that cannot be answered. They were unable to speak out loud. It is a whisper. They tried to get away from you, but they couldn't get away from the link. The message gets even more real. My child, I left you because I thought you deserved someone better, stronger and less hurt. You broke me, and I didn't know how to let you love me back. I left in the hopes that it would keep you safe. This is something you need to hear. My beloved, you weren't too much. It wasn't too much love from you. It wasn't your loyalty that was wrong. You were the only thing in their lives that made them feel pure, which scared them. My child, they were so afraid to lose you, says Archangel Michael, leaning in. They pushed you away so they wouldn't have to deal with the pain they thought was going to happen. But God made sure that this story didn't end in fear. My beloved Archangel Michael shows us another vision. I see your soulmate sitting alone and thinking about things they never said, times they ruined and chances they missed. They are whispering your name to each other. I can see that they want to reach out, but are afraid or feel guilty about doing so. Heaven says that they feel the same pull you do, my child. Their lack of talk wasn't because they didn't love you. It was fear. Fear of getting hurt, not wanting to lose you. Fear that you will fail. Archangel Michael goes on, lost. You would make me feel like I have lost a part of myself. I got it now, but I didn't back then. My mind couldn't understand how my soul was connected to you. I forgot about you. I wasn't able to replace you. I couldn't hide the truth. I loved you. My beloved, heaven isn't telling you this to hurt you again. It is to show you that a cycle is ending and a season is coming to an end. God's timing is coming together. The voice of Archangel Michael rises softly, like thunder that has been softened by grace. Now is the time, my child, when what was taken from you will come back to you healed. What you left behind comes back to you clearly. What was quiet comes back with the truth. This message, my beloved, is leading you to a time your spirit has been able to sense. The coming back together, the divine alignment of two souls that were never meant to part ways. And what comes next is where heaven tells us why now. Why now this timing is strange. Before I start this next part, I want you to feel the truth moving through you, my child and beloved. You feel warm, heavy, and a strange calm rising in your chest. That is not making up stories. That is your spirit, remembering something written by heaven a long time ago before your heart broke. My beloved, Archangel Michael moves toward her and looks at her. A mix of relief and urgency that I have never seen before. His wings get a little less bright, but it is not because their light is going out. It is because what he is about to say has a depth that can only be communicated through truth, not brightness. He says in a low voice, my child, this is the time heaven has been waiting for, the point at which everything starts to make sense. The scroll is opened again by Archangel Michael. The letters are golden and shine. God's timing is coming together. The voice of Archangel Michael rises softly, like thunder that has been softened by grace. Now is the time, my child, when what was taken from you will come back to you healed. What you left behind comes back to you clearly. What was quiet comes back with the truth. This message, my beloved, is leading you to a time your spirit has been able to sense. The coming back together, the divine alignment of two souls that were never meant to part ways. And the next part is where heaven tells us why now, why this moment, why this timing. Before I start this next part, I want you to feel the truth moving through you. My child and beloved, it is not your imagination that you feel warm, heavy, or a strange calm rising in your chest. That is your spirit remembering something written by heaven a long time ago before your heart broke. My beloved, Archangel Michael moves closer and looks at me with a look I have never seen before. It is a mix of relief and urgency. His wings get a little less bright, but it is not because their light is going out. It is because what he is about to say has a depth that can only be communicated through truth, not brightness. He says in a low voice, my child, this is the time heaven has been waiting for, the point at which everything starts to make sense. The scroll is opened again by Archangel Michael. The letters are golden and shine. Your faith shines. The message keeps going. I had no idea that love could make me feel like home. I had no idea that someone could hear my silence. I had no idea that someone could talk to my soul without saying a word. The thing I never thought I would feel so deeply was you. And you scared me, my child. You didn't make sense. It was easy to love you. You weren't too much. Their broken heart didn't know how to hold on to the kind of love you were. My beloved, Archangel Michael walks over to your right and wraps his protective fire around your spirit. His voice is soft but strong. Someone who has been in battles that no one else saw will speak to you. He tells her, my child, you were strong even when your heart was breaking. You quietly forgiven them. You were very patient. You believed in heaven even though you didn't know why things were going wrong. Heaven saw that strength. My beloved, heaven praised it. Heaven is pleased with it. Archangel Michael keeps the revelation going. They did their best to forget about you. That is what they said they would do. But life hurt them every time. They thought of you every time something made them remember love. It was like a voice in their head. Heaven is telling me the truth, my child. You and your soulmate were hurt when they broke up. They felt like a quiet shadow when you weren't there. Your words stayed with them like echoes in their minds. They carried your love with them like a memory that wouldn't go away. The next lines of their message show how deep they were trying to hide. My beloved. I kept telling myself I would come back when I was better, when I was good enough, and when things were stable. But time went by, and I didn't know how to tell you, my child, that I still loved you. Notice how this truth feels in your heart. We didn't forget about you. You were not left behind. You were held in a place of fear, not rejection. Archangel Michael takes another step forward. His wings rise up like a shield against all the bad thoughts that have ever told you that you are not good enough. My child, don't doubt your worth, he says. Don't doubt your strength. This is what heaven is telling you now, because your heart needs to be healed before your destiny can happen. There is a holy thing going on inside you, my beloved, putting an old wound to rest, answering a deep question and getting rid of a silent burden. Archangel Michael speaks again in a soft voice. These people are waking up because of memories, fate, and the knowledge that you were the only truth that never left their life. Heaven wants you to know, my child, it is not a coincidence that you are connected. The time you spent apart was not a punishment. Your timing is not a fluke. All of it was planned by God, so that when your souls meet again, you will be healed, awake, and in sync. The message keeps going. I have never been this ready before. I am ready to tell you the truth that I hid, ready to give you the love I turned down. Get ready to face what made me run away. This is why you were brought to this message today, my beloved, not before or after. Today, because things are changing for you. You hear a whisper from Archangel Michael. You will learn why heaven picked you, why the link never went away, and what is coming your way faster than you think in the next part. Hold on tight, my child, my beloved. This is where heaven starts to reveal the deepest truth, the part that none of you knew about or could understand. You are no longer just reading a message. As you walk through this doorway, your soul has been going around it for years. Archangel Michael is getting closer than ever, my beloved. The way his wings are folded makes it look like he is guarding something holy, fragile, strong. And just for you, as he says, my child, his voice breaks a little and gets softer. Heaven has been keeping this a secret for a very long time. Do not move. Your heart is about to understand something it has been wondering about for a long time. When he opens the scroll again, the letters shine like fire. The message keeps going. You were the only person who loved me no matter what. You were the only one whose soul felt like fate. I always trusted your heart, even when I said I didn't. The moment I realized what I was really looking for was when I lost you. My child, those words carry the weight of a truth they never said out loud. They hid this truth because they didn't know how to deal with its strength. My beloved, Archangel Michael walks up next to you, and his presence is so strong that it makes you stop breathing. His voice is low and solemn. You were never the one being chased, my child. You were the one that people wanted to catch. You weren't the one who was broken. You were able to heal them. You were not the one who was lost. They couldn't face the truth because you were it. My beloved, please fully understand this. You were a blessing. You were what made the difference. They weren't ready for the miracle you were. Another memory is brought to light by Archangel Michael. Late at night, I see your soulmate sitting alone with their phone, typing a message and then deleting it. As I look out the window, I see them thinking of you with a pain they tried to hide. I can see that they are remembering little things about you, little things they never forgot. What does Archangel Michael say? When he opens the scroll again, the letters shine like fire. The message keeps going. You were the only person who loved me no matter what. You were the only one whose soul felt like fate. You were the only heart I could trust. Even when I said I wasn't, the moment I realized what I was really looking for was when I lost you. My child, those words carry the weight of a truth they never said out loud. They hid this truth because they didn't know how to deal with its strength. My beloved, Archangel Michael comes up next to you and stays there until you can breathe again. His voice is low and solemn. You were never the one being chased, my child. You were the one that people wanted to catch. You weren't the one who was broken. You were able to heal them. You were not the one who was lost. They couldn't face the truth because you were it. My beloved, please fully understand this. You were a blessing. You were what made the difference. They weren't ready for the miracle you were. Another memory is brought to light by Archangel Michael. Late at night, I see your soulmate sitting alone with their phone, typing a message and then deleting it. I see them stand by a window and think about you. They are in pain, but they try to hide it. I can see that they are remembering little things about you, little things they never forgot. What does Archangel Michael say? They thought that staying away would keep you safe, but it only hurt them. The message goes on. I stayed away because I didn't want my chaos to change your peace. Because I didn't know how to deserve you, I pushed you away. There was something about you that kept coming back to me no matter how hard I tried to forget you. Do you feel that pull in your chest, my child? Your spirit is now in sync with the truth that was kept from you as you feel that quiet recognition. Archangel Michael speaks again. My beloved, dear child, this message is not meant to hurt you again. It is about telling them the truth to end them. Heaven is getting your heart ready for a change that will be strong, holy, and meant to happen. They didn't come back before because they weren't ready to talk without hurting you again, says Archangel Michael. They didn't want to give love without breaking it. They didn't feel ready to stand next to you without breaking down. My beloved, this is the divine reason why you are apart. They had to get better. You had to get bigger. It was meant to be, so heaven had to fix it. Your story went on. It stopped. The message gets stronger. I am not the same person I used to be. I have dealt with my fears. I have healed wounds I didn't even know I had. Now I have the strength to love you the way I didn't before. My child, now heaven shows you something very important. The other end of this connection is now facing you. This soul is getting help. This bond is becoming stronger. The timing of this is being set by God. My child, the blessing you prayed for is not on the way, whispers Archangel Michael. It is here now, so get your heart ready. After seeing your spirit, Archangel Michael tells you that what is going to happen next in your life will not be small. This will not be like other times. It is not going to be weak. It will happen by fate. Heaven will tell you what this return means for your future, your path, your heart, and the blessing that is already happening. Before you leave, I want you to do something that makes God's favor flow through your whole life. Press the like button right now, not as a joke, but as a spiritual sign of agreement. If you like this video, you are telling heaven, I agree with this word. I understand this truth. Heaven can feel the vibration of acceptance when you say, I open myself to the blessings being released here. It is your digital amen and your online statement that you are ready for God to move. So, Go ahead and press like right now. You will feel something change as God's favor starts to flow toward you like never before. Please take one more step of faith. If you haven't already, press the subscribe button. It is not about following a leader. This is about getting in a place where the sky is open. This is what everyone who subscribes says. I am ready for every prophetic promise God has for me. I am ready for any alignment that heaven plans. I am ready to be led by God's timing. When you subscribe, you turn on a spiritual GPS that keeps you in touch with the words that heaven is letting out. You are telling God, I don't want to miss anything He has to say. Do it now. Sign up now. And this is the moment that your prophetic alignment is set in finally, and this is very important. I want you to spread this message. Not only does it help the channel, but sharing also sets off a powerful process in your own breakthrough. Putting this word in someone else's path is like working with heaven on a mission. As soon as you send this message to someone else, its power doubles in your life. Someone you know is having a hard time right now. Someone needs to hear that the message their soulmate forgot to send is coming back. Someone needs to know that God hasn't forgotten about them. Share it with others. Press the share button now. Tell 3 people about it. Put it on your timeline. As you do this, your breakthrough will speed up, your alignment will get stronger, and your blessing will grow. Those who assist others in getting home are always rewarded in heaven. Now share and see what God does next. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you will not just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. If you desire to deepen your connection, join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.